my face.
And now, from beyond our dimension, this is the JeffMara podcast. Here's Jeff.
My mic was muted. So hello everybody. Happy Friday to you. And if you're on the other side of the planet, happy Christmas Eve to you. And it's a Friday night. And it's interesting because, we've been doing it on a Saturday night for over a year. So it feels weird for me to be doing it on a Friday night. But nevertheless, I think it should be great anyways. And I will wait a second just to make sure everybody can hear me. Let's see. Is it usually on Friday? It is not. It is usually on Saturday, but it's tonight because this Saturday, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. That's why we moved it to Friday. And it says no video. That's strange. Maybe it's still taking some time. Let me look for myself and see what's going on. And we will see. Can't see you. Okay, you only hear me. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. I know what I did wrong. Now I should be back. I'm glad that you guys told me that in the chat. All right, I'll wait a moment just to make sure you guys are we're all on the same page. All right, so someone said there you are, so you must be able to see me. All right, hello. Again, happy Friday to you. If you're in the northern hemisphere, wait, actually it doesn't matter what the hemisphere it is. If you're on the western side of the planet, I guess, happy Friday to you. If you're on the eastern side, then happy Sunday to you. It's nice to see everybody. And as I was saying earlier, it's different to have it on a Sunday, on a Friday, than on a Saturday night. And I just saw that shiny shirt. Yeah, it's a shirt I've had for a while, and it's a Western shirt. And if you don't know Western shirts, they have these kind of the way that the pockets are made with the button snaps. It's very Western. And Mika's here with us. So Mika, can you say hello to everybody? She's got her nude Christmas dress on. And let me put her here and make sure that she doesn't get tangled up in all my wires. And it says you don't see me again. I see myself over here in the on my version over here. From what I can see, I'm assuming you guys can see me. I'm not sure why Val can't see me, but I think we're all there. All right, so let's see, where do we want to start? There's so many things to talk about. I don't know if we should start with this first or we should wait a little bit. Should we wait a little bit till people get here? Because whoever gave us that stuff may not be here and see it. So maybe we should get here. So I have a few things, but while we're waiting for more people to get here, we're going to, I'll let you guys know this. And some of you, this may be your first time. And for those of you who it isn't your first time, you already know this, but below in the description below, there is the way to join, and it says if you want to join me on Zoom, there's Zoom ID, and then there's the passcode. So what you do is you go to zoom.com, and it's a little bit chaotic here right now, so it's crazy. Anyways, you go to zoom.com and then you click join a room. And then once you join a room, or once you do that, it'll ask you for the room ID. And then so you enter that number, and then it will ask you for the passcode, and then you enter that number, and then you should be here with me in line. And I made a post about it today, and I was trying to get that done, and I didn't get that done, but I was trying to let people know that it's all under the video, and maybe I should put that real quick, just real quick, to let people know that that's what's going on. Definitely gonna be there. Guess not, maybe that was something else. Anyways, let me come back here. So you got how that's how you joined. The next thing down there is Discord, and what Discord is kind of like Facebook and then kind of not. We have our own server there, the JeffMara podcast server. There's almost 500 people there. So what you can do is you can join. It's totally free. You just go to discord.com and you sign up for free. And then once you set up your free profile, then you use this link there to join my server. And it's kind of like chat rooms, but you can kind of do more with it. You can post all kinds of stuff. You can video chat and you can audio chat. And there's other things I guess you could do there. So, and I kind of let you guys self-regulate it because I don't show up there very often. It's not very often, but it's a great thing for you guys. So if you want to hang out with like-minded people, there's where to find them. Under that is my Facebook podcast page. So what I post there is the videos, and I post the news articles that sometimes we talk about during the live stream. Also underneath there is my personal Facebook page where you can friend me, and I'm going to be accepting new friends till I reach 5,000. So you're welcome to friend me. It's Jeff Reynolds. That's my last name is Reynolds. Mara is my dear wife. So for those of you who don't know, I don't see it very often in the comments anymore, but occasionally I would see it from time to time. They say, who is Mara? I thought Jeff's last name is Mara, but that's not it. And so you're welcome to friend me there. The next thing down is JeffMara Music, which is I put some music there. I need to add some more that I've just done over the years, and eventually I want to do meditation videos and meditation music and stuff like that, and I want to post that there. So I just kind of got it started. And then the last thing is, two more things. There's also our NDE Eclipse channel, which is basically the NDEs, but there's No intro or there's no questions. It's just you get to hear the guest NDEs and that's it. So for those of you that only have a certain amount of time that you can allot to listening, it's a smaller investment, and those would be, beneficial for you. And then the last is our merch page, and we have a bunch of merch already. We have some more we're going to put up, and I'm going to speak about that because there's a really cool coincidence that happened to me, and I was just waiting for more people to get here, and then I'll talk about that. And usually it's busier than this by this amount of time, but it may be due to people are confused what day it is because they're so used to it on Saturday, as well as, it's the holidays. People may be out doing last minute Christmas shopping or, spending time with family or whatever. So I totally get that. And that kind of leads me to talk about some stuff. I have recorded two excellent podcasts. I mean, they're all excellent generally anyways, but I have a new NDE for you that I'm going to post tomorrow night. And I'm I'm planning on posting it. I most likely will post it. I'm a kind of hoping, and I understand, or I'm hoping that people will still watch it. I understand that it's Christmas Eve, and I'm wondering, maybe people won't watch. And I think it's one that you don't want to miss. It's a lady from South Africa, from Johannesburg, and she has an ability that I've never heard of before. And one of the things I liked about her was it was a great confirmation for me as we were talking about all these NDEs are like putting a puzzle together. And I've kind of felt like, even though I've seen 400 or so, I'm still putting the pieces of the puzzle together. So I think you're going to really enjoy this one. But again, I'm torn about posting it. I'm most likely going to post it, but I have a feeling that, maybe people won't watch it. And I think I would hate for it to get wasted, and I don't really like to use that word, but you might not see it. And then I recorded one today, which is a fascinating one as well. And this guy's had 3 NDEs, and we really don't talk about his NDEs that much. He is an alien contactee, and he's a trance channeler. And 2 weeks ago, I did a UFO video with Kathleen Hardin, which is the niece of Betty and Barney Hill, a very, very, if not the most most famous UFO case in the world. She is their niece. She's been there when they were, had ET contact, and I think they were abducted. She's been outside when an ET landed in their yard. And she had spoken with, it's a husband and wife, Paul and Sarayan. And she just took it with a grain of salt that she was speaking to the alien that he was channeling. And afterwards she asked for a healing, and she kind of took it with a grain of salt, but I don't know how much time passed, but she had a miraculous healing. I didn't actually speak to the alien being channeled, but I spoke with them, and they had so much information. I was struggling to keep up with them. So it's maybe you may consider it jam-packed with information when you watch it. And you may have to watch it a couple times just to be able to, take it all in. So, and that one I'm planning on posting Christmas night. Or either that or maybe the day after Christmas. It's either that or I'm thinking about posting Christmas night, another one of those compilation ones. I have a ton of footage, and I haven't made one in a long time, and I could probably make even 2 of those videos. I have so much footage. So that's kind of where I'm kind of scheduling that. Maybe Christmas night I'll put up that compilation, or should I put it up Christmas Eve, the compilation, and then put up that Christmas night and the next night? What do you guys think? And unfortunately, it's going to take about 30 seconds before you can answer. So I will wait for that. Hi there, just like the show. Okay, we're getting a little bit busier, so that's good. People are now coming in. And even here in Texas right now, it's cold. And I mean, it's like it's probably, last night it was like 20 degrees, which it doesn't normally get that cold. But the problem here is we never get that cold and precipitation at the same time, so we can get rain. We either get very, very cold and dry, or we get nasty weather, but it's just above freezing, so we don't get any snow. And we'd like snow today. So, or at least a white Christmas. Wouldn't that be cool? So on that note, well, we have Mattias here. I think I saw him here. Let me see if I see in the chat. Is he there? Mattiak 1980. So people have sent me gifts, and I just want to acknowledge them and thank them for the gifts that they've sent us. So first, we want to say a big thank you and shout out to Penny Sutton for sending us these beautiful Christmas cards. And not only, and if you can see, she made me and Mara there. I mean, yeah, me and Mara there. So isn't that cool? And she wrote us a nice greeting inside of it. So thank you very much, Penny, for that. And not only did she send one for us, but she sent one for Mika too. I don't know if there we go. So thank you, Mika. We'll have to thank you as well. But thank you for these greeting cards. We really appreciate it. And she gave me some more of my cards and stuff. You know, like sometimes when I can't hear people, she made these for me. So thank you again, Penny. And hey, if you guys ever need greeting cards, or you're going to get married, or someone you know is going to get married and need invites, she does a lot of really cool stuff. So we have that here. And she is helping us designing our shirts. I have the design. I just need to sit down and put it together. So we have it ready to go. It's just I need to upload. It's just basically uploading it into the company that creates the shirts. And while we're speaking about that, let's go to we'll go to what Mattias sent us, because I don't know if but she may not show anyways. And our good friend I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's Mattiak 1980. But it says, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I guess it would go Mattias? Our good friend here from Sweden sent us a very nice Christmas gift. So I want to say, we say thank you so much for that. And we didn't even open it up all the way. We thought we'd just do it here live. Thank you, Woodland Goblin. So he sent us some delicious looking chocolate, Marabou. And maybe we should have some right now. We can taste it. But I think he was saying that this is the #1 chocolate in Sweden. So that's pretty cool. And he sent us some other one. These look like little marshmallow candies. Bilar. So thank you very much for that. Thank you. Thank you for sending that to us. And I think he sent us either a DVD or something. And he wrote us a nice greeting here. Oh, my real name, Jeffrey, top secret. All right, he is a man of mystery. He is a man of mystery there, but let's see. All right, it's this packaging. And it looks like it's in Swedish. How can you send us something? Let me let her open it. It's either on it's either at the bottom of every video in the description. I know I put their our email address. So if people need to contact us or want to be a guest, our email address is there. And then it's either there, or if you go to like at the top of the YouTube channel on our homepage, it says like videos and stuff, and it says about. And on our and it may be in our about page that it says if you want to send something. Oh, cool. All right, he sent me a new tie. Awesome. Yeah, I gotta wear this when Leslie Keys is playing. All right, it's very nice. Nice silk tie. So I have to put this in. I have to put this in rotation with my ties. As you guys see, we keep evolving here. I keep evolving, like what I'm going to wear, what I'm wearing, my hair, and eventually I'll probably settle on something. I have ties, I have ascots, and this is cool. Thank you very much for this, mystery man. Right, that, and this is something that's in Swedish. If you guys speak Swedish, or maybe you know this movie. See, it's backwards. You have to like kind of. It doesn't backwards. Anyways, if you don't speak if you don't read Swedish, you probably won't understand it anyways. I hope that you do not own a piano tie. The Swedish title Sa som I Himlen, and it translates it to As It Is in Heaven. It's about a world famous conductor encountering health issues while performing in Italy, and he therefore journeyed back to his small hometown in northern Sweden to rest up. There, the local church choir asks him if he wants to lead them. The male lead is Michael Nyqvist, and he was one of our finest actors, and he even starred as the bad guy opposite Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Cool. Lung cancer took Michael Nyqvist away in 2017. He was born in 1960. That sucks. I hope that you have a region-free DVD player on computer or something, or DVD using free software, VLC media player. Aegis subtitles are included, so perfect. And it was nominated for an Oscar for Best Foreign Movie. Awesome. So great. Hopefully we can either play it in our I have I have an old computer. You know, computers don't come with DVD players anymore, but I have an old one. And so hopefully it'll play there, or maybe play on the Xbox. So thank you so much for all these gifts, Mystery Man. We really appreciate it. Oh, Typo. Thank you so much, Typo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. Thank you very much, Typo. And thanks for being here as well. All right, so there was one thing that I wanted to talk about, those pieces of paper. So here's an idea, and here's a really cool coincidence. That I've been thinking about making the shirts, because we have a bunch of logos, and we'll probably make some logos and stuff that Penny made for us. But what I thought would be really cool is make shirts of things that people say, and and make those shirts. And maybe we'll put like a little small JMP or something, or we're working on a logo for that. But make it more about things that you say. And I had been thinking about that, and I don't know if I talked to Penny about that, but I talked to my wife about that. So anyways, Amy Burke sent me like it's not really a Christmas card, but she sent this to me in the mail. And she made a collage of the quotes that NDEs, I'll read it. I made a collage of some of the quotes that NDEs had to say once they got back. Very inspiring. Thank you for all you do. So what a perfect coincidence is that I was wanting to put something together on t-shirts, like the quotes from the NDEs. So it's already done. Like, love yourself. That would be cool. Be kind to people. Believe in yourself. It's all about love. That would be a great t-shirt, right? Like, it's all about love. Everything that happens is for a higher good. So we have a whole bunch of them here. So It's awesome that, we're thinking in the same reality, right? Isn't that really cool? Great. It's a great coincidence. So Amy, if you're there, thank you so much for sending this to us. Anything else? And there's one more that I've wanted to show real quick. And needed to see if I can find it and if I can say. I think it doesn't search that way, darn it. And I wanted to see if this is here. And I have a feeling that it's not. Oh well. Let me just try one more way. A painting? Awesome. That would be really awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that, Karen. So anyways, I can't show that right now. But so we got 164 people. People have been writing to me and saying they're going to come tonight. 2 different people, and there were 2 previous guests that wanted to pop in. So it would have been really awesome, but I don't know where they are. And I didn't get time to I've been real busy doing some stuff, so I didn't get time to get a lot of news, but is it really 25 degrees? You are. It is, but the record low is actually 0. And it is colder than normal. So we've got Ben here. Let's see what Ben's up to. I forgot about my music. Where is he? I am in Texas, San Antonio. And a big welcome to Mesa. I think AKA Ben. Ben, right? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? You're not talking today? Oh, we don't hear you. Maybe that's what we need to say. Let's see. Is your audio? I'm not sure what you're meaning. You're going to have to come back later? You're going to have to come back later. All right. Then I'll put you back, and I'll just have to end. Just come back later when your audio is working. All right. Cheers. So let's see here. Now, there was I put it on the Facebook page, and there was a UFO story in there. And real quick, here's somebody that was supposed to show tonight. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Jennifer and Jonathan. So let me see if I can get those Zoom links real quick and give it to them, and then I'll come here to typo. Let's see, what is the Zoom? Give me 1 second here. There it is. Edit, copy, and paste and send. I have to catch you on the next one. Okay, so Jonathan Van Valen couldn't make it. He is having his power is out or something. We're having internet trouble. So let's see Typo. We haven't seen Typo in a while. Let's see what she's up to. Later. All right. Then I'll put you back, and I'll just have to end. Just come back later when your audio is working. There's. So let's see here. Typo, now, are you there?
I will be 1 second. Hold on. I want to put your voice off so that I don't do that weird rumbling thing.
Right.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice
Can you
to.
see me?
Not yet. I hear
Okay,
you,
hold on.
but I'm giving you a big applause. There you
Okay.
are. Where have you been?
Hey, nice to see you. Now I
Likewise.
miss everybody.
Yeah, we miss you. Where you haven't been here in like a few months.
I
And you
know,
got
but
a
I catch
haircut.
you.
Looks great.
Thank you. I catch you at night after your show every time you load one up, and I'm telling you, you blow my mind.
Hmm.
The harp guy that got harp
A harpist?
lessons from angels.
Mm-hmm.
I have to recover from that unbelievable,
Yeah.
beautiful story.
Yeah, it's amazing. We didn't get in. I don't think we got deep into it, but I mean, he lived out of the back of a car or something like that, or in a camper van in Sedona for like 3 years. Just imagine that, living out there and being out in the forest and in the vortexes.
Amazing. I think he said a VW bug, right? He
Yeah,
sold
something like.
everything he owned
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
and he placed silver in the global music
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
awards. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
That's just amazing. Hey, I had an idea I wanted to give you before I forget, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
There's a woman I follow for law, and she's really good, and she has a ton of videos in a really packed website. So that if you're a person who studies that stuff, it's a lot to keep track of, and always evolving. So she made her copies of her videos and her paperwork available for like $99, and you're able to download her. She puts together a download of all of her videos for the year.
Wow.
And when I saw that, I felt blessed because she saved a ton of time, and I wanted to buy some extra copies because they're legal historical documents. So I wanted to keep some in very safe places for the next generation.
Now,
And
what is this content about?
uh, the content I'm referring to is law, historical law,
Okay.
but I'm only using it as an example because as soon as I found out that she was making it available to download, you could buy just a thumb drive. Sorry, I'm really, really tired. I've been like doing the whole Christmas workshop thing all day. As soon as I found out that her information was for sale and you could buy a thumb drive with all of her stuff on it, I immediately thought of you, because one of the things that I personally want to do is have a copy for our next generation, all of these stories, because we're in the middle of a phenomenal time that has never happened before. So if you could make that, what? I'm on the phone. Do you mind? Because I mean, I'm talking to somebody online. Is you all right? So listen.
Where's the other charger? Where's your purse?
I don't know where it is. Sorry. Sorry. She's 15, and when she wants something, she wants something. At any rate, so I was thinking, if you made your videos available on a thumb drive, and people could buy a set, then that would save a huge amount of time and effort, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. The videos, the files are so large as a video file. You're probably, I don't know how many, you could actually put on a drive. Do you have that one that, remember, you found the other day and you were asking me about that? We back up every video on an external hard drive, right?
Yeah.
And these are, I don't know how many terabytes, 3 terabytes. And so 3
terabytes.
3 terabytes wouldn't even hold, maybe holds, I don't know, 100 videos.
Oh my God.
100 to 200 videos. So, 600 videos, you may need 3 or 4 of these. This is going to cost $500 or so. You know, because like I said, the files are so large. It's nice though that these things are so small compared to what they used to be. I have another one somewhere on my desk that's a big block, but now the technology's gotten so much better. So I think you have an amazing idea. Yeah, I think you have
an amazing. 5 terabyte for 89 available?
Maybe you may be right about that. So maybe at some point, I'm sure it's somewhere in the future, 5 years from now or 10 years from now, you'll have 10 terabytes on a thumbnail, on a little thing that you just plug right in, which will be amazing.
Yeah, right.
But I think it's
now that I think about it, I think she has a 5 thumbnail set. And at any rate, it's just a floating idea. No matter what the price is, to make it worthwhile to have that, there are people out there that would be willing to do it because the value of having those stories for the next generation, for a private library. I mean, I just bought there was a book. I waited a long time, but the particular book I was buying was a thesaurus from the 1700s, and it was $2,500.
Wow.
And that's just a book.
Wow.
To have the true original meaning of words is an extremely important thing for the next generation. Not worth getting into, but what I meant by that is, so I waited and waited in order to get it. And the same that's the quality of the stories that you bring out into the airwaves. You're bringing stories that have that amazing quality. Just think of one of them, like this guy that finds that he's due to learn harp, right? That's an amazing human experience that we need people to know that is right. So I agree. But for anyone out there that tends to download YouTube videos, the more you can download of Jeff's, there'll be a day when these kids need it. You know, there are people right now working with kids that have gifts that we've only just considered learning, right? And these kids they're 4 and 5, and they do it right off the top of their head. It's normal for them. So, and
maybe we could even sell them in, like, if you just want NDEs, or you want UFO abductions, or you want angel videos, you could categorize them too.
I would be this is just me, but if I saw that on your website, I would post it forward and save up for that. Cool. Without question, because I know that when my grandchildren are born, if I'm lucky enough to have any, that's going to be in their keepsake bag, you know, to actually watch. So for me, that it's a no-brainer. I would do that in a heartbeat. So just to let you know, it's always good to get ideas for products.
I think it's a great idea. Thank you. You know, what's interesting is I have an NDE that I guess I'm going to post it tomorrow. And it's another NDE where the person's saying we live in the Matrix. So more and more of these are coming up, and I think she even talked about people are now willing to come out and talk about it, which is kind of fascinating for me. That, you know, and the guy today that I was with, he said also we live in a simulation, he's had NDEs and alien contact, and he's also saying that we live in the Matrix. So it's weird that things are moving in that direction. I mean, the guests are coming and telling me that, you know what I mean?
And very quickly, like, think of what anniversary are you at with your channel?
Anniversary. I think we started it in 2020 in May. Okay. What are we? So, we're in the 3rd year. We lost you there, by the way.
You're in your 3rd year.
Yeah.
All right. So think of the speed of the adoption of this to be normal. And that's just phenomenal. Have you heard of, I'm looking up his name right now, Jason Breshear?
You know, what's so funny is somebody literally, now you're back. Someone literally told me to get him on the show. It was, I think, the guest that I'm going to post tomorrow, or the guest that I had a day or two ago, that said Jason Bouchard knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I was going to write you and say if you could get him on, or I will contact him myself and ask him to contact you.
Yeah.
He's a bibliophile. another amazing type of person you want to collect, right? I love collecting bibliophiles because they are nonstop readers.
Mhm.
And this guy read 12,000 books. He was in prison. And I
Wow.
believe I have the right number. And he has compiled a chronology of mankind that dates back to 5,000 BC, before I never knew this existed, blew my mind, before they have a record of us having a moon.
Mm.
How cool is that?
Wow.
And so anyway, he just did an interview. If you want, I'll put it in the comments section, not the live chat, but the comments,
Mhm.
so that anyone that's interested in hearing this guy's story, it ties in beautifully with NDE. And here he's a historian by nature.
Oh,
That's what
wow.
he does. He wanted the correct answer to what we believe is happening, and he's a very straightforward guy. So I was going to suggest that to you, but
Yeah, that'd be great.
the quality of your interviews is just outstanding. The two of you have consistently blown my mind. I could sit here and just talk about the different interviews you have like all night. It's just fabulous.
Mhm.
By the way, what'd you think of the guy with the angels that taught him how to play harp?
I thought he was amazing. He was a really cool guy, and I'm planning on probably having him back because he has a whole thing on UFOs that he out in Sedona. There's so many UFOs, and he was saying, I think, telling me offline, his next door neighbor does UFO tours, and he was showing me his what are they, night vision goggles, so you can look up at them and see them up in the sky. And he was saying we were talking about that, and I said, hey, you need to write another book about your UFO experiences and then make UFO related harp music. You know what I mean? Because that would be pretty cool. You could do another thing like that. And he appeared to like that idea. So I don't know, but I'm planning on having him back to talk about that, because I don't know if I think he even mentioned during the podcast that would be another another long discussion that would have to take a whole nother podcast to talk about that.
Yes, right. I think I remember him saying that.
And I've had another guest. I can't remember her name, but she lives in Arkansas now, and she got had UFO contact in Sedona and wrote a book about it.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, I forgot her name. I don't know why I can't remember it, but it's hard to remember everybody. But so and appears that there's just a lot of traffic out there.
Wow, and growing quickly. It's another one. Isn't it interesting that you targeted? It just so happened that people came to you with NDEs and aliens
Mm-hmm.
and ghosts and all
Mm-hmm.
of the paranormal that you
Mm-hmm.
cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I know of 3 legit channels, not just kind of fluffy channels, but
Mm-hmm.
3 legit channels
Mm-hmm.
that are dedicated to NDEs. And so I think you're changing the concept of making it reality. Just you're bringing it into focus as a solid, grounded thing. And I have to say, I'm just thrilled to death. So, hey, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family and all your loved ones, and happy holidays and happy New Year. I don't know. I may see you back next Friday. Next week, by the way, I'm going to do Friday again because Saturday night is New Year's Eve, and I'm sure everybody's going to be out partying, or whatever they're up to. So I moved it to Friday. So if I see you, I'll see you. If I don't, then Happy New Year to you.
Thank you so much. I'll be watching all night. Good night.
All right. Good night. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I had to say this real quick, and I want to say thank you very much to Cad Chambers. I hope I'm saying that right. Cad Chambers, thank you very much for that super thanks. We really appreciate it. And it says, Merry Christmas, Jeff and Mara. God bless you both. Thank you again, and God bless you. And here is Jennifer Morris. Now, Jennifer, I just posted the video with her two podcasts ago. 2 podcasts back. And so maybe we got some follow-up stuff. Sometimes I'm with guests and they can't remember, everything to talk about. So maybe she has some more stuff that we have to share. And let me go back here and look at something really quick and go to my videos while we're waiting for her. And she's connecting.
Hi.
Hey, Jennifer, welcome back.
Thanks. How you doing?
Great. We haven't spoken face to face since our time together. Has a lot of people reached out to you?
Yes, it's been humbling to say the least.
Really?
I've had a lot of great people send me good vibes and lots of good literature to read and Bible passages, and it's been really nice.
That's awesome. It's like you've now
Yeah.
joined a new community.
Yeah.
That's great. So, is there anything that we didn't talk about that, you forgot about it until after we finished, and then you said, I should have told him that?
Not really. I believe that I got most of it in.
I thought there
Yeah.
was one thing at least you kind of mentioned to me afterwards or something. I'd have to go back and look at our correspondence, but I thought you mentioned something that you wanted to say, and I said, well, I thought it was okay that, that we didn't cover it at the time. And it happens. I think it's pretty common that, the guest just doesn't remember everything at that time.
I would have to look back at the video too. I can't really recall right now. With my stroke that I had during surgery and the sepsis, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my memory recall as far as short term. But long term, I seem to remember very well.
Well, Dr. Eben Alexander said that long-term memory he basically said this in a roundabout way, but long-term memory is not in the brain. And the reason why I think he's saying that, those are not his words. I'm just kind of paraphrasing or putting his words together. But he said that you can cut out any part of the brain. It doesn't matter what you cut out, and you will not lose long-term memory. And he was saying long-term memories are stored in the quantum hologram.
Wow, that's
stored
interesting.
In the crowd or stored in your higher self. So that's where your long-term memories are. He said what you will lose is the ability to turn short-term memories into long-term memories. Huh. And so that all makes sense that you don't have any problems with long-term memory, right?
I guess so. That's very interesting. I've never heard that before.
And he's a neurosurgeon. That's his job. And he was actually quoting somebody else's research.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I could remember. I just can't recall right now. And then we'll go back to the video and then I'll go, oh yeah.
So do you have any new material that you want to share with us? Or anything new or anything else that we didn't talk about besides forgetting stuff?
A lot of people have been asking me about the I called it a cleansing, but I don't know if I used the right word. I think I used the right word, but I think when people hear cleansing, the fear comes in. And I'm just trying to more clearly state what I seen or what I was telepathically envisioning and hearing. A lot of people have been asking me about it. And like I said on the show, I can't just predict it, a time, but I think what I want to do is make a map. And if anybody's got questions, put it on my page.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you're speaking of cleansing, you're talking about perhaps that if we don't straighten ourselves out, then the world is going to cleanse itself of a lot of us. Is that what you're speaking of?
Yeah.
Possibly through earthquakes and floods.
Yeah. I could see it very clearly in my mind, and I think it would help a great deal to put out a map.
Really?
I
You have
think that's,
a map of where would be safe and where not to be?
yeah.
Can you, from memory, can you draw that out?
Well, if you go, it's on the West Coast, Pacific Ocean. Um, if you go almost through the ocean all the way to Japan, not into Japan, but down around California, and basically that whole fault line area would be gone. But what I'm seeing is that is minor compared to other parts of land falling off, and then the water. Like I said before, the water seems to me overtaking more of the United States. And we all hear this from global warming, but I think we're, getting that information from, the Arctic, the yeah.
There is a guy,
So,
sorry to interrupt you, but there is
yeah.
a guy, and I've been trying to hunt, I've been trying to hunt him down to get him on the show. His name is Gordon Michael Scallion.
Okay.
He used to be pretty famous in this world a long time ago. I think he's kind of disappeared. And I don't remember exactly how he came about this map, but he has a map basically, I think, saying what you're saying, and he already has the map out. And I wish I had a copy of the map, and I would be curious to see how if it sounds somewhat similar to yours, but from what I can remember, part of the West Coast is underwater, part of the East Coast is under the water. The Mississippi had gotten huge, like especially in the southern part, like all of Louisiana's underwater. It's like the U.S. has shrank on each end and down the middle.
Yeah.
Does that
I
sound
think
anything like you saw?
if the global warming occurs, I think this is a total separate issue, an act of God, if you say, that I lost my train of thought. It's not just reforming the earth. It's really meant to, how do I say it? I want to say cleansing, but it's to
Is it?
restructure humanity.
Hmm.
That's probably a better way of saying it.
So it's maybe trying to, I don't know. It's hard to really think about what, we're not doing what we're supposed to be. We're not, we're not, we're not, our vibration's too low. We're doing bad things. I guess it's supposed to at least shake us up, you would say, like maybe for us to wake up and pay attention.
Yeah, I think that very little actually of the United States would be left. And that's including global warming. Keep saying that if global warming occurs at the same time. But what I was going to say is that I don't even think that seismologists or people that study, geography, they're not going to be able to find this anywhere. They're not going to be able to look at a map and go, oh, well, there's a fault line here. This could occur. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be a complete act of God. And I see a huge cavernous area from the Pacific through the Gulf opening up, basically swallowing a good portion of the United States.
Well, you need to watch tomorrow night's video with this NDEer because she's talking kind of the same thing you do, but saying it in a different way that everything's resetting.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way she's talking about it. So I think, not only you, but everybody else listening, I think that's why I think everybody will find it fascinating. And what I love about what I do is that so many videos build on to the next video. They all like start to link to each other. Like yours is going to link to this next, this one's linking off yours. It's amazing. And then the one I recorded today is kind of linking off this. So they keep building one on top of each other. It's really amazing.
Exactly. And I'm finding a lot of connections with other people that have spoke about their story. And I may not be saying everything in the words that I want to, but like I think her name was Rochelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rochelle. Yeah. That's who I recorded. Did you speak with her?
No, I watched the video.
Wait, you watched the video?
I did.
I haven't even, maybe you saw it on Twitch or something? Because I haven't even posted it yet.
I seen it.
I don't know. Maybe
what was I on?
You're time traveling, or you must have been time traveling or something, because I haven't even posted that yet.
Really?
Maybe you saw it. I'm serious. That's tomorrow's video. Let me look.
No way. I watched the whole thing.
You may have saw it. You might have you probably, you know what it is?
I was watching it live.
Yeah, you must have saw it live. What I did is, because I you must have saw me recording it live on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I hadn't unpublished it. Yeah, and I see 2 people have watched it. So you've watched it. Yeah, you have watched the unedited version so far. So that with Rochelle. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
So do you feel like do you feel like she's kind of linking up, kind of saying what you're saying in a different way?
I do. And a lot like she has said that, we're all having experiences. And I may have said this on the show the other day, but I do feel that each one of us that has had an NDE is coming back with some kind of message. And as far as us tuning into that, maybe there's different variables that it may happen to any individual, but yeah, I don't want to say too much about the video.
Right. It's okay. She's saying that, and I thought this is really nice what she's saying, or fascinating, that when a person comes back with an ability, the ability is for humanity to help humanity. It's not about to help them. They need to, using their abilities. I don't know if she's saying it that way, but that's what the ability is for, is humanity.
Maybe my ability is, getting visions, but I was told 2 things in my NDE very specifically: to work on myself and to relay a message. So, everybody kind of says things in a little bit of a different way, but we that have had the NDEs, we know what each other's talking about.
Right. Well, it's, all the NDE people are trying to put words to something that you can't put words to, and it's difficult.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know, it's been a great experience so far, putting the video out. And after I did, I felt like I had a weight lifted off of me. I guess this whole year, just thinking about it and knowing that I need to put it out, I just feel a lot better.
That's great. I mean, maybe you felt like I'm just making, I don't know if this is true or not, but maybe you felt like you needed to get this out there, and finally you provided that service,
Right. And I don't think it's, we have so many generations that I feel like I don't think I could just do a one and done and, I said it and that's it. I feel like, spreading the word about how God wants us to live is extremely imperative.
Yeah. Well, listen, Jennifer, I need to run. I've got 3 people waiting on me. So today is like I give each person 15 minutes. But thank you for coming up and following up with us. And, I really appreciate you. And I wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right. I'll see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Next is John Flarm. So that was Jennifer, and if you haven't watched that, we just posted that about 2 podcasts back, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. And I don't think I've had John on before, so we'll see what John's up to.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, no, you've had me.
I have had you. All right. I just didn't remember your name. Oh, there you are. Yes, we have had you. How have you been? We haven't seen you in a while.
I'm alive.
That's good. Some people say any day above ground is a good day.
It's a day, yeah. Yeah. It is a day, yeah.
It's a good day. So, what do you got? What's new? What you been up to?
Well, I moved.
Okay. Where'd you move to?
Just a different town.
Yeah, I think you were living in a small town, you told us before, right?
I was living in a small town and miserable. Miserable, unlivable.
Pennsylvania?
Religious town.
Okay.
It had a kind of a religion. It had like a evangelist kind of. Not the place for me to be.
Okay.
So I'm still in a small town, but it's bigger, and you got a Walmart here. That's nice, and it's very diverse.
Great. What state are you in?
It's Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay. So are you stuck indoors this time of year because there's so much snow you can't get out, or it's too cold?
Yeah, it's extremely cold. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So have you had any new spiritual experiences since we've last talked?
Let's see. I had some. Yes, well, that's not what I wanted to mention, but I had these very unusual dreams. And I had them in July, starting in July. And then they told me life is going to be very difficult for the next 6 months. And then I had dreams again it was like, I think it was early this month. Really insane. Like I went through I could not explain it in words. It would just be, but I went through some kind of a black tunnel, and it happened like 4 times while I was sleeping. And I definitely got some kind of a message, but to try and put that into words, to try and explain it would just be.
Right. Do you keep a dream journal?
No, but I had dreams like in July this year that I've never. It was so unusual. It was like they were telling people. They told me that I'm going to go through like a series of, I don't know, like tests or but it looked like a video game. Never seen this before. And it was like highly detailed, like 3D images of like people from my past.
All right. Well, what did you want to? You said that there was something else you wanted to share with us. What is that?
Oh, well, okay. So the shift I can talk about the shift real quick.
Your personal shift or the shift of the whole planet?
Yeah, planet shift. I think it's pretty simple. Like there are generations, and in 2023 it shifts to the next one.
You're saying to the fifth dimension?
No, they're like we're born in a generation. I think it's wherever Pluto is. That's the generation you're born in. And the last time, some planets are like 30 years, some are like 15, 12 years. And the last shift was 2009. It's very noticeable. So when it's going to shift into the next one this year, but then it goes backwards for a little while. That's called retrograde. But the current generation that we're in is a very difficult one.
Now you're saying that it's very noticeable. What?
Oh yeah.
What will it be like? What will we see and experience?
Oh, yeah. Well, just think about how you felt around 2006, 2007, 2005, and then think about how you felt around 2010 currently. It's two different, you feel completely different. It's like a different, it's a major, think about the 80s and the late 90s or something. It's two different worlds.
Yeah, two different eras.
But I'm pretty sure it's because of the planet. It's from Pluto.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They've downgraded Pluto from a planet to whatever they call it now, but you still feel like it has an effect on us.
I mean, it's I wouldn't say I'd say it's knowledge generally. It's like these are the generations that were, and so the people who maybe run the economy or something, they maybe want to capitalize on the shift in some ways. They know that it's coming. You think, because I think the last time there was a shift in 2008, like 2008, 2009. There was a shift in like 96. And 2008 was the housing crash, right?
Right. Yeah, I was going to say there was a big economic shift.
Yeah. I think the economic shift right now is that the economy is going to the east, like China, Asia in general. I think that's because the average age in Asia is like 24 or something.
Wow.
And I heard in America it's 50, 55 or something.
Interesting.
So they have to shift the economy where people are younger, they're going to spend more money and, have more energy going output or something.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, John. Well, I need to run. I've got 2 people waiting on me. I appreciate you coming in and, coming back. It's been a while, but we're happy to see you. And,
could I say,
you want to get one last point in?
Yeah. I was going to say that interview with Christos.
Yes.
That was amazing. First off, that was insane.
Yeah.
That may have been, I can't remember watching something so mind-blowing. Wasn't that mind-blowing?
Yeah, it was cool. Him and his wife.
And
have you checked out their YouTube channel?
No, I haven't checked it out.
Yeah, I think it's called Christos Mary Jane. And if you want to contact them, you could just leave them like comments on the videos.
And then I was going to say, what I've been thinking about lately is that, well, I think this is my general feeling, is that our life is sort of, this time period is more or less sort of an imprisonment. like we're still in this prison stage of living.
It's funny you said that because I talked about it with this NDE and UFO contactee today. And some of the reason he was saying that we feel like we're in prison is because when you're outside of the body, you're so expansive. And the NDEs will say, yeah, many of them will say, I was so expanded outside of the body. And now you're stuffed back inside of this body. So just your physical well-being feels like you're in prison because you're stuffed into this body.
I've been thinking though, I think maybe what spirituality, what it's really about is facing the imprisonment, is really dealing with it. I'm thinking, I've been watching, I'll let you go, but I watched this guy who was in prison for 33 years. And when he speaks, he says it's so very clear, So I think there's the real spirituality is most likely about facing the actual reality, what's really going on. And it's probably about, you got to look at the imprisonment and not try and escape from it. You got to kind of face it, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Maybe even surrender to it.
Yeah, you just got to look at it like directly, and then there might be something on the other side after you really look at it or something.
Well, you'll have to watch the one tomorrow because we talked about this, and I think she uses the words trust and surrender.
All right.
All right, John, well, I got to run. Merry Christmas to you, brother. Nice seeing you. Don't be a stranger, and take care of yourself.
All right, thanks.
Cheers. All right, I'm going to give him a nice applause. Forgot to be giving my applauses. Next up is Tanya. We'll see what Tanya's up to. And I'll put a little music on while we're waiting for her. I should have put on some Christmas music. I should have loaded that up. I didn't think about it till just right before we started, but that would have been even better. And she's got a Christmas tree. It's cool. I'll put this for you so she can see it. Waiting for audio to sync. There it goes.
Hello?
Hello, Tanya.
Hi.
Welcome. Let's see your Christmas tree. It looked like you had a very nice tree.
Oh,
The other way.
this way?
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, that looks beautiful. Great job. I like it.
Thanks.
It's nice. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen this part of your house before.
No. Yeah, I'm not in my desk, and
Uh-huh.
I'm in the living room.
Yeah, it looks nice and cozy. Is it
Yeah,
is it
it was
snowing up
cold.
there?
It was yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, like 3 inches or something.
Wow, that's nice.
I don't know how to do this thing here.
Looks like Santa's already made an appearance at your house.
Oh yeah, he did.
So did you have a dream? We saw you last week. Did you have did you have dream paralysis, sleep paralysis since last week? Nope.
No,
Another
no.
OBE?
No.
All right.
What I had was a visit.
From who?
Well, so in Discord, I was talking to Mesa Ben,
Yes.
and he was telling me about his like past life personalities and things like that. And one of them was the someone he referred to as the shadow man. And when and that caught my attention, I was like, "Oh, shadow man, huh? You have a personality that was a shadow man." And he's like, "Yeah." He explained something like the person paint itself black or something, right? So I didn't think much about that after that, and I went to sleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the night because I don't know why. And I took off my eye mask, and I saw this shadow person standing at the edge of my bed, just standing there looking at me. And I got scared, and I throw my eye mask at it, and
Wow.
I started screaming, like screaming out loud. Like
Did your
actually,
family hear you?
well, they didn't hear. And the only one that heard was my pet chihuahua that was sleeping with me. He woke up. And he was probably thinking like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. So what did it do after you threw the mask at it?
Well, nothing, like it disappeared in thin air.
You know, the
Yeah.
guest that was just here, Jennifer from the other day,
Mhm.
she had I think she's talked about a shadow being following her
Uh-huh.
home from the hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
So I thought it was interesting because this is now the second time I think it happened that I'm talking to someone about something, and then it manifests to me later on.
do you feel like this was a negative or dark entity?
No, I didn't feel nothing at all, like negative or positive, like it had, like neutral, like it had no emotion. But I got scared because I'm seeing this silhouette of this person standing there that is darker than the dark, because
Yeah.
my lights were off. But then this thing is black, but I still can see it.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I understand you, getting scared. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, that would be pretty freaky. But it didn't seem to react to you. It just kind of
No,
took a
if it
look and
did,
left.
yeah, if it did, I don't know, because the entire thing was black. Like I couldn't see facial features or anything.
Were you able to get back to sleep?
Yeah, I was so tired that after I threw the eye mask, which I didn't even realize that I did, I just like turned around and went to sleep.
Hmm.
And then the next morning, when I got up, I saw the eye mask on the floor where it laid, where this thing was standing at.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. It's pretty amazing. Did the next day, were you freaked out about it or anything? Or you just kind of blew it off and said, okay, well, whatever.
Well, no, like whatever, but I was thinking like, oh my gosh, like I talk about shadow man, then I get like a shadow man
Mm.
visit. I talk
Mm.
about ETs, then I get an ET visit.
All right, who do you want to visit you tonight? Let's talk about angels, and we're
Yes.
gonna program a beautiful angel's gonna come tonight, and it's gonna give you some healing and make you feel amazing for Christmas. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
We're gonna program.
Like
We're putting that out
yeah.
we're putting it out in the matrix here that an angel's gonna visit you.
Yes.
Talk about
I'm
that.
into that. I'm
Yeah.
into that. Yes.
Well, Tanya,
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, I was going to say that I'm using my phone right now, so I don't know how it will work if you would like me to share some orbs video.
Oh, you got. Oh, you don't. Oh, that's right. We were saying that you were gonna show us. Yeah, I thought.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know how you're gonna do it from your phone.
Oh, really? Me
I
neither.
don't know how, but it's okay. We can say maybe we can save it for next week.
Ah, yeah, yeah. It says something about share here, but no, oh no, it's you.
Well,
Yeah, but we can do it
I
next week.
can I can. Well, let's just do it next week then, if you
Uh-huh.
don't mind. I got
No,
two
I don't.
people waiting on me anyways. I gotta
Yes.
keep going. But thank
Yeah,
you for
that's good.
coming. Merry
Mm-hmm.
Christmas to you and
Merry
your
Christmas.
family.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best.
For you too. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good
Bye bye.
night.
Good night.
All right. Next up is Leslie. Let's see what Leslie has for us tonight. Maybe he'll play us a beautiful song. And there's 230 of you here, so we got one person. It should be two. I always say 1%, 2.3 people could be in there waiting to get in. And, he's all the way in Hong Kong, so maybe it takes him a little bit longer. Well, his voice is there. Let's say ask to start video. There he is. Hello, Leslie.
Hi, Jeff. This is really very
Nice
great.
to see you.
Yeah.
We like that red shirt. You look handsome tonight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
So did
So,
I saw you commented on my harp video from yesterday.
wow. Wow.
Yeah, another channeler of music like you.
Yeah. And I was so amazed. For I only just saw once an angel choir in my life in Malaysia in a vision, but wow, what I just learned from this gentleman and his life. I'm really humbly thanks. I have not sure for involvement about angels. I work with I call it the Holy Spirit, who I drawing the music. This is what I believe. But today we have 3 major celebrations. Not one.
What are
3.
they?
Wow. First, I sent for your apple.
Oh.
Oh. Now what do you think? Who's sending apples this time? I answered, don't worry.
Okay.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Jewish people cutting, mashing, and sending apples is a very good time to celebrate. It's really the 5th day. And the coming the Christmas Eve. For us is right now is Saturday, the morning, not yet evening, but it's coming, approaching. So it's really 2, but what is the 3? The 3 is for today, Sabbath. Wow. Friday evening, Saturday until evening is a Sabbath day. It's spiritually also very powerful. So you get a very good time today, and I guess also next week. This is one thing. The other is do I promise any gift for you?
For me personally, I don't know. I don't think so.
I think so.
Maybe. There was a song. Do you remember what
yeah, you make it. Yes, Jeff.
It was a song for us. There you go.
Now, I mentioned, or maybe can get some Bible verses. But if I see, I don't read.
I remember that we talked about you had a quiz about Bible verses last week.
Exact. And I am amazed for Lisa Mayer, Jane Harder, the Texas beekeeper, and I Heart to Heart, Penny Sutton, Clark Kent, and I don't want to continue. So many, and I appreciated all the answer, many Bible verses. So I just went for, I can choose one. I choose 3. So today, as a celebration, is a joyfully. Of course, it's joyfully. So I hopefully today not like people. Let's rejoice. So I did a very funny, really funny, 2 recording with little MIDI drum. That means tuk tuk tak tak tuk tuk tak checks for noise, some noise effect, hopefully working. And I try sing. Somebody said, "Oh, why he don't sing?"
Wow.
That'd be interesting for.
Now, can you channel sing along with your channel piano playing? Like just words are going to come to you?
Yeah.
That you don't even know what's going to come? They're just words are going to flow into you?
Yeah, so what will happen?
Wow.
I have little music here in my telephone, some level what I recorded, and I will sing over. So everything's go in my microphone. It's not that very professional, but some noise.
Yeah.
Let's sing noisy things. Rejoice.
Yeah.
So not the winner, for everybody win, who is wrote to me the many Bible verses, but definitely have 3 Bible verses for you, as everything's for you, for that promise. This is your, and your beautiful, very kind of wife who is helping for you. I know what means for, I have also a same wonderful wife.
Oh, that's awesome.
Filipino. So the first what I trying use my voice is as a Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1, New International Version. See, arise, as for you, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. So this is the first Bible verse. Yeah, and after I follow another, if I can follow, as Psalm 18, verse 28, also New International Version. I must share for have 20, 30 different translation. This is like you can also sing to yourself for saying, you Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light. So, we everybody have something, but the message is into light. Okay. And after these 2 little things, what is in 1 minute noisy, I a little bit playing, not just singing alive, but playing and seeing the 3rd Bible verses. But honestly, Jesus saying for us, John chapter 8, verse 12. How many people asked it about this Bible verse? Very wonderful. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So I feel like go to the academic, and performant try, and but I'm very happy, and he said handsome, wow, so and red, and so everything, and we have the apple, so everybody happy. So I try my best.
All right, are you going to put on the other camera so we can see your fingers on the keyboard?
Oh, you want my seeing? Okay.
Did you see my new tie that I got today?
Wow, yeah.
You were there earlier when you saw what Matt...
I was earlier, yes.
Oh, he was here.
I was here, yes. You said you will put on.
I was saying that when Leslie comes, I've got to wear my new tie. So we can both be keys.
Yeah. So put on your,
There we go.
If you said, let's action.
While you're playing, I've got to have my tie with me.
Wonderful. Wow, very. Now
right.
You can also.
Now I'm ready.
Handsome boy.
Now I'm ready to listen.
You can also answer for my host will let you in soon. This is in my camera.
Oh, okay. Let me see that. I didn't realize that. So Leslie Kings and Leslie Kings.
Zoom, connecting.
And I got to make sure that is muted. Okay, I muted that one. Let me just turn it.
Thank you so much. Start my video.
Here we go. Cool.
Wow.
I got to get a second camera for Mika, so you can see me, you can see and then you can see her every now and then. See what she's up to.
Okay.
I'll let her just kind of hang out. I'll let her hang out and she can see what's going on. She was just laying in my lap sleeping.
Some reason I have a backup here, and I'm not sure.
You're echoing.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me do something. Let me try something. Let me see if I can help you out. Where is this? Participants. Let me mute you. And then you. Are you there?
I am here. Oh, can
Oh.
you try one more?
That's strange.
Strange, yeah.
That's weird because your other one is muted, although it may not be muted on your end. I have you muted, but your other keyboard needs to be, the sound needs to be muted. I don't hear you at all now.
I muted the other.
Test.
Yeah.
Check.
No. Continue. Wow.
That's weird. We've never had that problem before.
No.
Well, all we have to do, just turn off the one up, just turn off your keyboard, your hands one. We don't need to see that really anyways. And that will probably shut it down.
I tried. What's the zero?
I mean, just turn off the whole video.
What video? Okay.
Just have him leave.
Okay.
Oh, he's gone now.
So,
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, and there's no more echo.
Okay, let's say
that's okay.
Must be very, very good today if have technical things.
Yeah.
I always have a balance, no problem. Rejoice always, give thanks any circumstances. Give thanks any circumstances. This is what I learned. No anymore preaching. Let's try something. He listen?
No, she can't hear. That's in my headphones. So unfortunately, she won't be able to hear. But you know, she really likes music.
Oh, it's good.
It's too bad.
So let's just. This is. Can you hear the piano? Wow. So start it quite encouraging. So let me start with first the two songs. Arise. Wow.
I'm leaning next to her, so now maybe she can hear you.
Okay. So it's coming. There's something coming, right? 1, 2, 3. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon. Let's go up. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord. Oh, yes, up on you. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises. Now let's leave one more. Rise, shine, for your light has come. The glory of the Lord rises upon you. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Oh,
bravo.
Coming the next. Okay. Psalm 18, verse 28, New International Version. You, Lord, keep my lamp. You, Lord, keep my lamp. You, Lord, keep my lamp burning. One more. You, Lord, keep my lamp. You, Lord, keep my lamp. One more. You, Lord, keep my lamp burning. God turns my darkness into light. My God turns my darkness into light. My God turns my darkness into light. Yes, Jeff, into light. God turns my darkness into light. God turns my darkness into light. And Mara, also, I appreciate that you're enjoying about the spiritual song concept. Into light. Let's sing one more. You, Lord, keep my land. You, Lord, keep my land. You, Lord, keep my lamp burning, burning. One more. You, Lord, keep my lamp. You, Lord, keep my lamp. Last, you, go on. Keep my lamp burning, burning.
Good job. Great job. Now, this is going to be channeled for us, right?
Half, half.
Half, half.
I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me never walk in darkness. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me never walk in darkness. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me never walk in darkness. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me never walk in darkness. Have the light of light, but have the light of light. Merry Christmas and Hanukkah to everybody. Have the light of life. Have the light of life. Jesus saying, I am the light of the world. Who never follows me, never walk in darkness. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me never walk in darkness. Have the light of light. Have the light of life, but have the light of light. Life and love and everything, Jesus, come from you. Yes, Lord. Have the light of life. Have the life of life. Have the light of life. Have the light life. Have the light of life. Have the light of life. But have the light of life.
Thank you. Bravo. Bravo. Thank you, Leslie. You know, you have a great voice. Great voice.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
See you Friday next week.
I'll see you next week. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Hanukkah and Sabbath. So rejoice. See you.
Take
God
care.
bless you.
God bless you. All right, next up is Tina. Tina Bigfoot Thomas. So it says right here. She's even added Bigfoot to her name. And beyond that, we have about 200 people here, so we have space for 2 more people. The low number of 1%. Connecting, Tina Bigfoot Thomas.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. There's such a lag between the TV and my phone. I'm just enjoying the music, doing Qigong.
Oh, cool.
The music.
How have you been?
Good. I mean, what synchronicity and alignment between your guests, because the reason I was calling, like I wanted to talk about tonight, is my my new Facebook group, and it's also my email, and it is Circle of Light.
Oh, cool. So what do you guys do in your Facebook group?
Well, and it's spelt LIT, Circle of Lit, because that's how it's spelt in German. And it's in honor of my Reiki master teacher who is from Germany. And that's what we're going to be doing in my Facebook group. Is I'm going to be teaching Reiki to people, and it's donation only. A lot of us have real strong feelings about not being able to afford healing, and my guides, my away team, I call them. Hey, naughty dog, come here.
Are you a Reiki master?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki master for 7 years, but I've never tried to promote it or anything like that. But in my group, there's 3 of us with different healing modalities. Oh, guys.
Oh, that's much better. I can see you better now. Turn on the light.
The dog did that.
Oh, see, the dog knows. We want to see you more clearly.
The dog's turned on the light.
She's
my
helping
goodness.
you, or he's helping you.
Yeah, I'm snuggled down in the blankets. I'm not getting out. But yeah, so we're going to be doing live Zooms with sacred cacao ceremony, where we're going to be doing Reiki healings, and one of my friends who's going to be in there with me is a pet psychic. So I'm going to be doing Reiki for animals. So people who want to come in can do cacao ceremony with us, where we actually have plant medicine from indigenous people in South America that we're going to be doing ceremony with, and Reiki, and all of us are psychic mediums. So it's going to be like really fun and cool. But
that's great. Have you had any new encounters with Bigfoot recently?
Well, the last encounter I had was, going to sleep and going aboard a craft, and and I call them the Sambranians, the ones that are on these spacecraft. And sorry, that was like way bright, making me hot.
That's okay.
Anyways, they're on this craft along with this little extraterrestrial who I understand to be my father. He's like, but he's in the body that looks like a little gray, and he's just full of different color lights. He's not gray, and his eyes aren't cold, even though they look like the little gray extraterrestrials. His eyes aren't cold; they're full of love. And anyways, so the last time that they had me aboard their craft, they were showing me these black shungite stones with Reiki symbols embedded in them. And this is where they started, like talking to me about using my Reiki ability, and that I have other healing modalities that have been given to me throughout the years, but I just haven't been using them because I had PTSD from spiritual narcissists and people who claimed to be healers, and it was like multiple encounters with these people, and so I was really shut down and not really willing to cultivate the Reiki energy and all this stuff. So I started doing that, and I mean, I've had immediate results just in my own home life where I was doing some Reiki for my daughter, who's just really struggling. She's got health issues and things like that, and for instance, last night she came home and she came home from work, and it was late at night, and she just started crying and talking about how depressing life is. And the old me would try to cheer her up and make her feel better about herself. But this time I just went in my room and closed the door, and I got in the bathtub and started doing clearings, for her and for our home. And then I started doing Reiki session on her. And 2 hours later, I came out of my room, and she was in the kitchen, making herself food, and just laughing and talking and just happy. And I'll never tell her that that's what I'm doing, because I know you're supposed to like ask for permission, but I was doing it with her inner child, and I gave birth to her. So I have the right as her mother to do that for her. And she's in a place where she's more into witchcraft and the Church of Satan kind of stuff. Wow. She's really not into Reiki or anything, anything that's opposite of what I'm into is what she's into. So
I hope you can steer her clear from that, because I don't know if you saw the podcast with a psychiatrist who the church has them come and evaluate people who need or may need exorcism, but he said that usually it only happens to people who go looking for these dark entities. Hopefully you can steer her clear from that if she's thinking about that.
That's what I'm dealing with in my home and in my home life. So that's why the Sambranians, the Sasquatch people were coming to me, and at this time, because we're all in a spiritual battle right now, and that's why they were like pushing me to start cultivating Reiki energy again and doing Qigong. And that's the other synchronicity. One of your guests was talking about how she was healed by water. And I'm like, I've been going down to the river in the woods doing Qigong, trying to cultivate that energy, and taking really long salt baths every day and doing clearings while I'm in the water. And I think everybody's being called to reconnect to water. Right now. So it's very healing for us right now. It's
interesting. Did you see the podcast a few days ago about that?
Yeah.
That's about a week ago or so. Yeah. What's also fascinating is I did one today. I recorded one today, and I was thinking about it when you were speaking, that they're saying that, I think first of all, they said that 30% of us have alien contact. Yeah. And there's a certain percentage of us, not all of us, but there's a certain percentage of us that are human alien hybrids. And he says they were talking about the different kind of, I think they call it screen memory. But sometimes when people are abducted or they're having alien contact, they'll implant into your consciousness a memory that never existed. It's a manufactured memory, but it's so real that you believe it's real, and you don't really know what really happened when you were there. You just have
Right.
this manufactured memory that they gave you.
Right. Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah,
was pretty
exactly.
wild.
And I think that the extraterrestrials who are doing that kind of stuff are actually our government. Um,
They're
I think
talking
most
about the Greys, which they
oh
call the
yeah, well,
Zetas.
and they very well could be clones built by our government, you know. But I agree with you that the little grays, um, they're not friendly. They don't even have a soul. But yeah, and they're, I mean, I've had experiences where I've come back, you know, from I thought it was a near death experience or something, and it was so dark and horrific that it, you know, like when I went to the pyramid, I came back from that thing with uh, trauma seizures that lasted for 6 months. And what I'm learning is that these entities are doing what's called a soul harvest.
Hmm.
They're literally feasting off the fear and the trauma that they're generating when they do these kind of abductions. Because I've been on craft with the Sasquatch and my little Zeta dad or whatever he is, and it was so positive. I was never afraid. I never felt abducted. But I've had other experiences where I came back completely traumatized and afraid that that was going to happen again.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Well, what are your Christmas plans? Is it, you're about 200 miles north of me. Is it cold? Oh, here it's in the 20s. What is it up there? Is it real? It must got to be a little
It's,
colder than me. Did you guys get snow
yeah,
too?
yeah, we got snow and
Oh, that's
it's like
awesome.
18 degrees. So, you know, but I'm from Utah, so I kind of have winter gear. I've got a down coat and snow boots that are insulated, you know. So
Now,
I'm
isn't
ready for it.
isn't the snow version of Bigfoot a Yeti and they're white?
Yes.
Wouldn't it make
Yes.
you crazy if you saw a white Yeti out there in the snow?
Right. Well, and that's one of them who comes to me. She's actually from Tibet. And I did see one here in the woods close to my home that was a silver color.
Hmm.
So but you know, I think they can go, I think you can see a Yeti anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be in the snow.
That
Because
makes
they're
sense.
multidimensional and they travel. I mean, they go on vacay too.
Right. Right. All right, Tina. Well, thanks for coming and sharing with us. Have a Merry
You're welcome.
Christmas. God
Well, I want to
bless
say
you and
one
your
last
family.
thing
Sure.
about what you guys were talking about earlier, uh, about the changes in the earth and how there's going to be cataclysmic stuff. And I will say I visited that and I visited that timeline, time traveled or whatever. One of these times I went to sleep and went, you know, to another place, and I saw it looked like the earth was bread dough and it was being kneaded,
Hmm.
and all of us meant like many of us were like levitated above the earth and we're watching this happen. We weren't dead. We were alive and we were unharmed and we were just watching it happen, and we were not terrified either. When we were lifted up and that started to happen, we were like very calm about it. So I know there's a lot of fear that people have about it, but since I was there and I saw it happening that way, I'm totally not worried about it. Everything changes. The earth is alive and her body is going to be changing. It's fine. It's just like a woman getting pregnant. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So that's my last message
Thank
of
you for
peace
that.
this Christmas season. So Merry Christmas, y'all.
All right. Merry Christmas. God bless you, Tina.
God bless you guys. Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye bye. All right. That was Tina. All right, I'm almost finished. I got about 5 minutes left here from our normal 2-hour show. We'll take one last person if they want to pop in. Otherwise, should we have tried that chocolate? Maybe we'll try a piece before we go here. And so, yeah, the next 2 videos, or at least the next 3, probably the way it's going to play out is this NDE tomorrow night. Christmas night, I think I'm going to do a compilation. And then the day after Christmas, I will post the video with the NDE and alien contactee. All right, here we go. Delicious. Delicious milk chocolate. It was very delicious. Thank you again, Matthias. Oh, and I needed to say this. I don't know if I can get back to it or not. There was one more super thanks that somebody... If I click off of it, then I lose my video. And I can't go find it. Can you find that? Who is that from? Thank you for that. Marley's Sweet Hot Chicken. Thank you. I'm glad you like my haircut. I made a joke with a guest not too long ago. It was either last Saturday or Saturday before that. I keep cutting it so much, eventually I'm going to cut it all off. Let me see if I can find it. I hate to have to kind of lose my video, but it's here. And I can't scroll back that far either. Darn, I wish I would have got to that. Oh well. I will try to look that up. Whoever did give us that donation, thank you very much for that. We really appreciate your super thanks. It just got where we couldn't, it was one guest after another, and I just didn't take a break to actually thank you for that, but we really do appreciate it. And Leonard's here. So we'll see what Leonard's up to.
Yeah, hey Jeff.
Hello, Leonard. Where are you? I don't see you.
You don't see me? It's just,
we will shortly. There you are.
Yeah,
hi, Leonard. What's going on?
Hi. Well, you have the one last gap.
We have one last guest.
Yeah. So I thought I'd share a story. Here's a short one. It has to do with climate stuff. This was several years ago, probably around 2014, I think. 2014, 2015. And the droughts in California were getting worse and worse, and our rain season was coming later and later. And every time what would happen is the news would say, okay, that's it, we've passed the rain season, it's not going to rain. And I'd always say, no, they're wrong. It always, they don't get it, it's moving later. And sure enough, it would always rain. So this one year, 2014, 2015, it looked like it was really just not going to rain. The season, they kept saying it, and I kept saying, no, they're wrong. And then finally, I just looked outside and I said, I think they're right. It's not going to rain. And that night, I had this dream. And in this dream, I was outside, and there were clouds overhead, and this big booming voice that I recognized as either God or a big angel speaking for God said, even though this situation, the not raining situation is man's fault, God is going to bring his mercy and make it rain. I can't remember the exact words, but that was basically it. And I was like, wow, because I could tell there was some sort of spiritual element. It was more than just a dream. And when I woke up, and I thought, is that literal? Is that an allegory for something? And get my glasses. And so that night, it sprinkled out of nowhere. It sprinkled, and I was like, oh, okay. And next day it rained, and then the weather guy said, oh, that's it, that's all we're gonna get. And at that point, I said, no. I said that was not a mercy. That was more like a tease. Like if God's gonna announce to me in a dream that he's bringing mercy, something more is going to happen. And sure enough, it a day or two later, it rained and it rained and it rained. And California got 2 years of really heavy rain to the point that our reservoirs have been almost empty. And I think like half of them filled. So, and that was, and I don't know if people remember, but that was, I think like 2014 to 2016 or something like that. Of course, after that, we went into drought and then we got forest fires, but this was before the forest fires.
What do you think's going to happen now out there? Because I think it's pretty dry, right?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty dry, but where I live anyway, we haven't had a serious fire. You know, I live Sonoma County north of Marin County, and we haven't had a serious fire in a while where I live, but you know, Napa's had fires. So I think things are a little better than they were. But yeah, you know, we still have the same problem. But for me, it was really interesting because I've always believed that the climate problems have to do with mankind. You know, that's a really, people think that started with Dole or not Dole, with Al Gore, but he just kind of politicized it. That was, people saw that coming a long, long time ago. But at the same time, I always, I'm careful about what I believe. Like, you never know for sure. So for me, when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of the verification I needed that this has to do with man. Probably, you know, from pollution, although that wasn't what was said to me. And the other thing that was really interesting to me was just that the idea that even though we caused something, that God would just have mercy and just do us a favor like that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't know where it's going. I did have a guest that's a meteorologist that works for the government. And he said it's just going to get worse out there. And he said just get used to it because of global warming. It's just going to get drier. And he said if you want water, you need to move east of the Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, momentum, right?
But but you know, meteorologists aren't always right either. You probably look at your daily weather sometimes and it doesn't turn out to be what they've predicted it. So who knows for sure?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think there's any way around it. I mean, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We're going to have to make changes and it's going to be a while before it gets better. That's what I think. I don't really want to I know for a lot of people it's a political, to me it's not. I don't care about the political. It's just about science.
Right. I don't know if you were here earlier, but we were talking about those, you know, a giant change, like the map I mentioned of Gordon Michael's Scallion, where it's like, you know, half of the West Coast is gone, half of the East Coast is gone, down the middle of the Mississippi is huge, like all these massive earth changes. Were you here for that?
I think I just missed it. I came at the end when Jennifer was on.
Yeah, we were, and I think maybe she's going to draw a map from what she saw. I get, you know, her NDE, I'm guessing she saw something like that happening as well.
Yeah, stuff like that. I'm very skeptical of things like that. I tend to feel that maybe what's going on is more allegorical when people have experiences.
Right.
Like you know, when I had that dream, I was thinking, is this allegorical? But sometimes, you know, sometimes they're physical, material.
Yeah, we just don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Can I just say something?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I really miss Steven, and
okay.
And I just hope that whatever's going on with him, that he comes back.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe that's a little selfish of me, but I just feel like he had a good connection, and I hope he's giving it up. I hope sometimes I worry that maybe he's getting a lot of outside influence, and I hope he's he's gonna, keep true to himself. Check with himself before
Right.
just taking other guidance, because even though God's all around us, other things can kind of filter through and influence us, and we could misinterpret something or ask for something that's maybe not necessarily the best. And I don't want to second guess, Stephen, but I just throw that out there just in case.
Right. Well, I called him after the show to check in on him and see what's going on, and he seemed fine. He just, from what he said, it just sounded like, he had his interest, or he's going in a different direction with his life, and he wanted to do something else. So I respect that, and I wish him the best, and I hope that our paths will cross and he'll be back.
Yeah, me too.
And
Yeah,
I think he will be back. I think so. I can't guarantee it though,
Well, and I appreciate what he gave us. I mean, for like a year he was coming on, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was here. He never missed a podcast. However long it's been going, whatever I think we started numbering them, and it was I think we're up to like, this is like the 66th podcast or so. And so that's every week. Although we missed about a month or so when when the podcast kept getting attacked on Saturday nights, like 2 or 3 in a row, and until I figured out how to stop that. But so that's a little over a year. If you go, it's 52 weeks in a year. So what, if you add another 4 or 5 weeks, I don't know, 70 weeks, 65 weeks. So he's been a part of the show ever since then. So, but we wish him the best, and we wish him success in whatever he's doing.
Yep. Yep. Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas, Leonard. You take care.
Thank you. You too.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks. Good night.
All right. Gracie, oh yeah, I gotta say this. Don't report. We want to say, just as we were there, 2 of them came through, and hopefully I can find them here real quick. Gracie girl, thank you so much for that super thanks. We really appreciate it. And she says, happy holidays, Jeff, Mara, and family. Thank you for everything in 2022 and looking forward to 2023. And there was another one from Anne Marie Moore. And thank you for that super thanks, Anne Marie. We really appreciate that. And she put a unicorn there. And I'm glad she met, Gracie Girl said New Year, because it reminded me. So next Friday, we'll be doing this again next Friday, because next Saturday is New Year's Eve. And last year, I need to go back and listen, but last year I wanted people to come and give their predictions for 2022. So I need to go back and listen. And it was a few people, couple to few people actually gave their predictions. So I want to kind of go up, review them, and we'll see if they came true or not. And I'm hoping that you guys can come and give your predictions for 2023, so that at the end of 2023, we can check them again. So we can, this will be a yearly thing. So if that's something you're into, please save a prediction for next Friday night. And just to go here, I'll say, so that's the next 3 podcasts I gave you. I'll be recording one on Monday with Robert Lindsay Milne, very famous psychic, and I'm going to get his predictions for 2023. And I think I have an NDE to record on Tuesday and Wednesday, and Thursday I didn't write it down what I'm doing. And then I have on Saturday morning, I have another NDE to record. And the following week I have, I think, NDEs to record. A lot of NDEs coming back in. So for those of you that love NDEs, we have quite a few coming over the next few weeks. All right, I think that's it. So to everybody watching, thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching not only this live stream, but all our videos. We really appreciate it. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And we hope you have a wonderful holiday, spending time with your family and loved ones. And we just want to say thank you and God bless you. And have a good night.